But yeah, I mean, a bit of something, a bit of pondering, so to say. But for now, you just need to think about how they'll be able to, I guess, set up into sub base. Because compared to the other maps that we played, there's a lot of open space. Sub base doesn't really have open space. It's a little bit shorter compared to. It's a bit tighter compared to the previous map. So there's only one way for throwing all of your utils, and it's a little bit predictable to say the least here.
Mm-hmm. Multiple post-ups need to happen, honestly, even in the control room, because control room offers such a good perspective when it comes to planning at B, right? So it's a big question mark. It's a very, very big question mark there. Now, if I'm also going to be real here, you have to undergo that dread of passing through locker rooms when you're at sub base, because it takes just literally a split second for you to walk in at the wrong time, and you could definitely get flushed out from there immediately, and that's just some. Maybe later we're gonna be witnessing that justification. Oh, okay, we gotta hold back a little before we enter locker room, and if that's the case, then okay. If I make that wrong call, yep, next round.
Yeah, this the next round, right? But there are places in sub base that, okay, this angle is a little bit too tight, let's just go away immediately. And you can see there, like, the frags happen really fast in sub base. Like, where the two guys meet every time, it's pretty near. So first contact is always going to be important in sub base. That's not to say it happens in every other map, but mid and let's say A site is gonna be a place of contention every single time around.
That's putting it lightly too, man. That is being generous, because eventually that plan is gonna run out, or it's gonna expire, if we're gonna say so ourselves, and then it is up to the team with a bit of a round deficit that has to make the adjustment. But that's for way later down the line. This is us overthinking here on the desk, folks. But if you're just tuning in, this is still the CFS Summer Qualifiers, rest of Southeast Asia. This is phase 2 and day 1 only. We still have a bit of action to go with tomorrow. Actually, a lot to go tomorrow.
A lot. So
a lot.
So for tomorrow, for context, right, we have upper bracket for qualifiers. So winner of that already gets qualified, and then we have the first match tomorrow, which will be the loser of this match versus Cold-Blooded tomorrow for our lower bracket, and it's gonna be the loser of that upper bracket versus the winner of that losers bracket match, and then we have one more match after that, I feel like. Yeah, so that's 3 best of 3s tomorrow. There's a lot.
We're processing it. It's quite a bit to handle there. But again, that is the action that is about to ensue here, folks, for our summer qualifiers. You know, they some of these teams, especially veteran, you know, I'm not even gonna swirl out of control here. Veteran had to fight tooth and nail just for that notoriety that they have now, honestly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the type of competition they had last qualifiers, I mean, they had a run for their money as well. I mean, so to say, I think veteran had they had a 6-man lineup. I remember, I think, from last time, right? So 20ism is the latest pickup. I don't know if there's gonna be a 6-man tomorrow. Will there be someone replacing someone here in the lineup? Because this lineup looks really good in paper already. So I don't really want to say change up the lineup. I think you should stick with this. If this is the winning lineup, just go for it. Right?
Decisions wise, just go with what you know. Just go with what you know. That this lineup right here, it is tested. It is actually tested, Doc. So there is no reason to actually defy said code, right? No reason to to go off script, to get greedy, if so to speak. But 20ism, man, like, again, let's talk about him a little bit. 20ism, a while ago, we had a little bit of a confusing time, you and I, because, oh wow, new name, right? What's he gonna bring to the table here? And everyone that he's with there, or at least majority of them, had their share of the MVPs. So it just goes to say that, oh, okay, I'm dude, who's even to say that he's a new kid on the block? What if he was there all along and he just never had the opportunity to actually play? So there's that.
Oh, but we're gonna have to wait and see for that because we're headed into
Okay.
sub base.
Hey.
Yeah, we got a pretty lengthy podcast. We probably talked possibly about everything that we needed to say before we headed into sub base. But there's a lot of food for thought for later as well because we don't know who's gonna qualify here. We don't know who's gonna win in this matchup. We don't know who's gonna go in that lower bracket. So we're looking at such an iceberg point of view.
Yeah.
So whoever performs here, we have our eyes set for them.
And I will wait for it. But speaking of waiting, here we go. We have a little bit of a standoff right there for multiple vantage points, especially the locker room area. Like I said, man, locker room right there. It is such a dangerous zone to try and surpass without information and or numbers to go with it. And we did talk about earlier that there are some of these names that we don't know. But look at the bottom, man. Look at on the side of CUEK. We have Sekdet, man. He was one of the players as well from our previous league. Here we go. Early pickoff from Brownie.
Oh yeah, he was. Well, I forgot what team he was on. Was he in Ritas?
That's we're gonna have to find out a little later on, folks. And those of you in chat, let us know.
Oh.
And look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's
Just
the
ring
big
around
missile. Just ring around the missile. I feel like not a lot to defend there for Mu. As Alyosha was able to get the frag. Can he get a second one? It's already on a triple kill for Alyosha. Can they get the fourth one? It's a 2v1 though.
Uh-oh. I get control room. See if that's gonna be any good. No dice. Janger over here. On the side of TB. Let's see if he's gonna be able to stay there for long. No, sir. It is gonna be CUEK, just starting things off right now with authority. I like that. I like that.
Like that, very strong. Is Brownie using the arm?
By the looks of it, yeah, he is. Okay, here we go. More control room action. Bit of smoke to work around here.
And I feel like, compared to this last match that we had, I feel like they're playing a little bit cautious.
Yeah.
They're their first time here in competitive. As we haven't really seen these guys, let alone, I think, Exact I think is the one guy we've seen. More likely than not here. So, a bit of a warm up for the folks here as CUEK.
Mm-hmm.
They're shaping up to go, but they're playing safe.
Very
No one's
safe.
going in.
Very, very safe. I like that. And again, no information to slip out here. Less than a couple minutes here. Basically, a minute and 20 to work with here. So the pressure will definitely be on the side right here. Quick, they gotta go for or rather on the side of TB. They gotta go for that objective play. Here we go. Numbers dwindling down here. 3v3. Some damage on the side of TB.
TB, they're getting their shots in. It's working out. TRG, does it get a frag? Yes, it does. It's all left to move. They do get it. Okay, I feel like this game is going to be a little bit closer compared to our last matchup. TB.
Okay.
Good.
Short tug of war here between rounds. And again, Brownie with the AWM. Just posting up just like a crocodile waiting for prey. Waiting for that snap.
The snap. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there's a reason why the TRG is often the replacement for the AWM.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're both the same.
Yeah,
I
if
guess
you think about it.
I think
Right.
the drop off is a little bit more lenient than the TRG. I think it shoots faster too, but for now, action going on. TB able to get to CUEK. Nowhere near that A site. They'll be able to hold this. Where are they coming from? They're coming from vent, and they have to be careful. The retake is ongoing.
Yes, that it is. That it is. Here we go. Retake time. And again, the missile. doing what it is intended to do. Not to blow up though, but to keep a good amount of cover here. Big separation, 3v2 here. TB has the upper hand. 20 seconds to work with.
Very far from where the C4 is. I don't think the arm's gonna help too. Gonna take a bit. It's 10 seconds left. He has to go into this ramp, but there's no time remaining. It's just him and the missile. They're all gonna blow up till Kingdom Come.
Big whiff over there, man. But again, look at that. Once again, TB here, understanding the complexity of the situation. But again, as complex as it may be, it was just very simple. You know, there's three of us, one of you. It's your call. How are you gonna solve this problem? Right? Control room once again. A little bit of an exchange here, and LCOM gets one.
Looking nice here. They just rushed up. No contest whatsoever.
Nah, this is done.
Yeah, it's done and dusted. I feel like Yamu is just gonna try and to get some frags here and there, but it's a clean sweep. EB. No contest whatsoever. That's a good start for them in this first half.
A flawless round for that one here on the side of TB. Once again, just like they know, gotta take that control room very, very early. Here we go.
Good headshot. And I feel like they've already locked and sighted on where the next team is.
Yes. Okay. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Is that a triple kill?
It's a double. It's a very good double right there on the side of LCOM. But again, he did start off. I remember he did get a very, very substantial frag a while ago. So 3-1 here. Alyosha left to deal with this trio right here. He's got to keep the head down.
Head down, but again, the offense is a little bit too strong for CUEK here. Try a refresher, perhaps, but TB gaining dominance here on Blacklist.
Again, dude, we just talked about how locker room should actually be a focal point here that you have to be careful with. But you see how brave, you see how determined our players to actually go for any sort of challenge right there in the locker room. Entrance is covered once again. If I'm gonna be really honest here, I think this is red. Is Penjahat or Penge? I'll call it Penge. I call it Penge. Sorry guys, we don't want to have to butcher that IG and sect it. Keeping his head down. Gotta take it slow here, Doc.
It's a pretty difficult name to pronounce too.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, no frags out though for any of these guys, but I feel like they're just baiting rotations here for the side of TB, but that doesn't work out. The picks up a frag here.
Brownie trusting the aim, trusting the entirety of this stall right here. And it actually paid dividends. Now let's see. Oops.
Oh.
Okay. 1 for 1 here, Doc.
1 for 1, and they're heading out to B. There's no one contesting at all. Where is the missile? He got blocked out. The flank from behind from Jangar. Being able to get 2. Third one perhaps might be the closer here, and Jangar gets a triple.
Man, all of that build-up just for once again TB to go in for a swift rush, man. I'm telling you, it's insane. And we thought that they were actually going to be stalling for a little bit longer, man. You saw how the clock winded down super long before all of that, and we did hear a thunderclap of the snipe to no avail.
To no avail. There was one, and again,
that's that right there. It's Brownie, dude.
Another frag from Brownie, but they have to stop, I guess, the rest of the offense here. M14's working out. The flags are working out for TB as well. Like, they're getting the initial frag, but they're never getting the closer here, Pika.
Yes, exactly. Which is the most important part, man. You could go for the first pick, but if that doesn't close the round for the victory, then yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a problem. Here we go. 1 minute and 30. Locker rooms once again completely stacked. I would say so. A little bit of rotation. Jangar a while ago. Okay. just with confidence. By the way, I think I have to put that word out there for Jangar,
Mm. Full on confidence to head on this site.
right?
Elcom, does he try and commit this time? Jangar looking for a potential flanker out here. No one's around the area too, so he could very well just walk up and not get contested in this sight line. This Penjahat, they're all rotating now. They're going to B instead. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
A in missile.
Oh,
That's awkward. Where is Moo? He needs to get this hold down. The missile. Oh, they know where he is. They're
oh
gonna
yeah,
try and bomb rush
really obvious
him.
attempt right there. Here we go. Mo just able to hold the fort twice in a row now. But again,
And
time
the
pressure here,
flash.
man. Time pressure. CUEK over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Final
A little bit
recovery.
more of a challenge, Doc.
Yeah, and it's not more than
Yeah.
30 seconds left. CUEK were able to be quick and validated their defense there on B. They forced them to rotate on only one player was there. But that one player made so much impact, they were not able to head into sight.
That's crazy. And you gotta hand that to Mo, right? For all that. Now here we go. Just like we know, Mo is once again the point person here near the missile. With Alyosha as backup here. Again, right through the smoke, just a bit of straight fire, just to hold the opposition aback.
Just a bit of stall. Rotations again for TB as they head into vent. Probably might get surprised here as Brownie usually isn't. No one
Vents.
from no one from Global Risk would ever dare heading into vents
Ooh.
early, and they benefit from it as well. TB, it's a 3v4. They are nowhere near this B site. As CUEK, they're draining their numbers one by one.
Yeah, forget the objective right now. They don't have the authority yet to go for that plan. TB needs to be way more careful here. Now they're slowly adding up the frags, and the gap is shortening. However, not a lot of help to work with here. So, okay, here we go. Contact, beautiful work. Now it is a 1v3, so it's Penge who does have to be a bit more. Okay, never mind. A bit more cautious. I was gonna say, I'm sorry for getting cut, but there it is. Brownie with the arm, proving us just how effective this still is today, man.
I mean, not meta relevant, but in the hands of a good pilot, it's a good weapon of choice. I mean, when you first open the game, I wouldn't buy anything else but the Like you, I know back in the day they gave you 50k gold, and the first thing you ever buy, it has to be an Like,
It has to be.
I know there's a rank requirement for it. I think we need to be like 3 bar triple triangle for it in order to at least get the But the flank, Alyosha, a bit awkward.
Oh.
So to say, able to get the one. Where's the second one right behind
Heavy
them?
bleeds. That's on. Yeah, there we go.
Able to get the secured kill. Penjahat able to get one. It's 2v3 now. Make it a 2v2. They have sight lines for B, but they need some utils to at least let them cross.
Right. Here we go. Oh, last player remaining here on the side. Oh, never mind. Okay, it had to happen. It had to happen. TB had to go for that very important push and the momentum to keep on their side before the switch. Man. Okay, that was intense. That was really intense.
And look at the scoreline. It's almost the same. It's been the same a couple of times already in our series. 3 6-3s at the end of our first half. And TB, all they have to do is just take 4 more rounds and they will have this map secured for them.
Seemingly a curse here, man. We've been seeing since our very first game. It has been a 6-3 per map before the switch. Here we go. The objective immediately in play here. So let's see. CUEK looking good here. 3-6. They do have the bigger responsibility, and yes, they answer the call. 4-6 here, Doc. Now let's see if TB over here is going to be able to broaden that gap once again. They do not want to give this momentum away, man. Those 2 rounds are really hard worked on.
Yeah. They still have insurance, yes, but CUEK, they're just rushing in. The strategy is out of the window. This is the strategy. If they go in and they eliminate the one guy holding, that's good enough for them. That's a 4v3. 2 frags taken for the side of TB. But it's the hold is very steep for the side of CUEK. There's 2 guys in missile and 1 goes down. There's only 1 remaining. They're gonna have to just defuse it by themselves as one of the members goes in swinging. That's gonna be Penja to secure the round. The defuse is gone and done and dusted. It's 7-4 TB. 2 rounds for securing this map.
Yeah, too much firepower to withstand there, man. And not to mention securing missile for that plant for CUEK is not an easy task. Okay, because here we go. Brownie picking off 1. I'm gonna hold my thought a little bit later. Here we go. 3-5 so far. CUEK is not allowing the smother here on the side of TB.
Yeah. Not going down without a fight just yet. Oh, but he gets shot right on top. Penja has no idea where he was. It's all left to Makrai. That's gonna be a 5-7 now. Not gonna be the same this time around in terms of score lines. CUEK making sure that whatever they're planning, it's decisive.
They're looking healthy here, man. Much healthier than previously. Woo! Here we go. Brownie once again with the entry. Oh, man. It had to be like that. It had to be like that. Oh, they are in trouble here. TB, 4-4. Now they have to keep their heads a little lower here, man. I think they're overextending quite a bit. Uh-oh.
Interesting. Yeah, nothing really to take note here.
They're too close. They're too close at hand, man. They cannot thwart off this slow burn. There's a little bit of damage here. Or rather, yeah, basically it's 1 for 1 a while ago. Never mind. Contact once again. 3v3 and Penja over here does take a huge amount of damage here.
Let's retake City right now. TB. They were trying to go and set up, but immediately after 2 quick frags from Mu. That's all left to Jangar. Able to get 1. Oh. It's a 1v1, but not fast enough on the reload. It's 6-7.
Okay. Gotta start sitting up straight here. Shake off the honestly the comfort, because that's what it looks like here, man. TB just got a little bit comfortable with that lead. Can be dropping the ball now. Here we go. Still some support here. Slow posting up, but they have to secure missile immediately, man. It seems to be the very common play here so far. Jahat. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a bit dangerous. Asmo's just there. It's just chilling. They know CUEK are pretty near the scoreline of TB, so they don't have to rush it a bit. They've been rushing for a couple of rounds already. Now they slow down the pace.
Oh boy. And this is a much warranted slowdown, man. Both these teams have been swinging more so on the side of CUEK. They have to catch up. They are on that harder side of honestly on that harder side of the wave here. Much more difficult to maneuver. Here we go. 4-3. Looking good here for CUEK. Last 2 players here on the side of TB. Make that 1.
Well, Cobb's nowhere else to run. It's going to be a tie ball game now. CUEK and TB, they're both in striking distance here.
Oh boy. 7-7.
It's not to say that the OT possibly might happen here. It's gonna be the first time in a while we've seen the golden round. Or the OT, so to say. I think we've had it during qualifiers as well. I think we had a couple of instances of OT.
It's not going to be a surprise here too, by the way that these two teams are actually going blow by blow when it comes to rounds. That actually might happen. 1 minute and 45 to go, and both these teams not dropping a single player just yet. Okay, keeping tabs on Locker. That smoke is about to run out, so it's going to be a very quick flush in there as soon as vision is no longer obstructed.
Okay, still pretty balanced here. We're gonna have to try and force out some rotations for TB, but majority of them are holding in B. A tough
Ooh.
hold to consume here. Macrai is ready for any of the peaks that might happen here in Soda.
Still nothing,
Less
man.
than a
We're
minute
down
to
to
go
less
left.
than a minute here, but we did have a little bit of contact. Alyosha taking so much damage from that one encounter. Here we go. 40 seconds to go, and no objective play here yet, Doc.
Yeah, but now they're finally going in. It looks to me that TB and CUEK are butting heads. Moo and Alyosha are very low. Brownie as well. But look at the time. The time has to be ticking down. Missile is under siege. Macrai, they have to chase up in Missile, but the plant's already heading onto a good nade. Popcorn, in fact. Jangar will be the last man standing. Check on stairs. Gets the peak here. And Seknet secures the round for CUEK. They're finally 1 point ahead of TB here. The first time in the series.
Yeah, man, and this is how they're gonna introduce themselves here. That doesn't change anything though. They are still not very far off when it comes to the rounds. That one round difference could really make a change. Here we go. No good on the side of Penjat.
What did CUEK do this time to turn this scenario around? I mean, even looking at the time, it was looking a bit bleak for CUEK as well. Everyone's HP was low. They just had a bit of that closer there, that plant and ace site. So now they're trying to do it again. Has peaked. There's 2 people peeking. Where is the members for TP? 2 frags for the side for Elcom. And they shut them down immediately.
TB. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is one of those moments where they had to really stand up, shake them hands a little bit, right? Make sure that, okay, we had a big lead earlier. I don't know what happened. So far, so good though. TB's waking up. They do not have a single casualty on their side just yet, and there are only 2 players remaining here on the side of CUEK. They do have the advantage though of going for that plant. Now let's see if they're gonna go with the all reliable sub plan. We're gonna go for the missile.
Oh, Missile's always been their point of contention every time, but Jangar was able to shut them down. Might be a clean sweep here. I think
to Moo over here.
Moo will be the last one standing, and it's tie ball game for both. If both teams reach 9 here, we will have overtime, Pika.
Yes. And what a way to kick off this set, man. This is only our first map here for this second set, bro. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh, they're rushing in Missile.
Did you see? Yeah, they are. They're all pushing.
Does he have enough bullets for it? No, they don't. But look at the HPs. They're so low. They're holding down the ground. Brownie able to get some points there. But any utils is going to be detrimental for the side of TB. It's a 2v1. Make it a 1v3. Cannot handle it. The rush succeeds at CUEK. They are on that point.
Insane from a huge deficit, man. They are now potentially gonna win this. Imagine how much they had to catch up on. And you know where it started? From the Switch, dude. It's the comfort zone supposedly here on the side of CUEK. They like being the one dictating the pace. What happened though? I think they lost a player, bro.
They did? Oh no!
Look. Oh. Oh no.
That is awkward.
That is gonna change everything, possibly.
They have a man down. That is not gonna look great for them. Perhaps.
They gotta pick off one just to even things off. And remember, just to even things up, man. Not really to dominate just yet. That is not gonna be easy. Of course, no one from TB is gonna hand that frag immediately. No one's gonna do it for free.
Yeah, that's why they're holding up right now. They know the scenario. I mean, very unexpected, very unfortunate as well. But for TB, this is probably their best hope in going back.
Big tisk. And if they do force an overtime, that gives them more room to adjust or readjust for that matter, man. Remember, they did have that sizable gap a while ago. Just so happens that, oh man. Now look at this. They're forced to hold up, man. They're waiting for someone to make that fatal mistake here on the side of TB.
No, they can't. They can't. They have to be the one to enact because they're the ones down. TB. They just need to hold. If they hold, yes, it goes 9-9. We will have overtime, folks. But if they don't, and CUEK takes this in a 4v5, it's unprecedented. But it's gonna be a cool one at that. Less than 30 left.
And they did, Doc. Like I said, they just need to narrow down the numbers a little bit. Oh, but an immediate return here.
Yagar!
3v3.
No frags! Okay. Wait, it's a 1v3! 2v2 now. They got the plan down. It's a retake scenario. They get the one, but they know where the last guy is. Mo, in a 1v1, doesn't let that go. Way. And we will be going to overtime, folks.
What just happened here for CUEK? They had it, man. They had it. And all of a sudden, unexpected problems, man. But, you know, it doesn't change anything, Doc. We are headed to overtime. No matter the population, it boiled down 9-9. Oh, goodness gracious.
I mean, these two teams are neck and neck, probably the same, right? I wouldn't say that they're both performing at the same level, but there are a bunch of circumstances that happened that turned it this way. But it could have been a 10-8, Pika.
Yes.
There was a world that could have been
close, man.
It was so close. I mean, in a 4v5, I would have ultra glazed them. I would have been crazy.
Yeah, I know you were about to say it too. Yeah, but in a different universe, that was a 10-8.
Yeah,
that would have been a 10-8. Oh, but again, that is the nature of it all. Because I'm pretty sure deep down, CUEK also got shattered, bro. Like they did also feel that pressure of not having a singular player on their side to kick things off. The plan just got ruined, for sure. The plan was thrown out the window because of that one-man deficit. You saw how long they had to hold before that objective. It is so painful to watch, if so to speak.
And now they have to think, what happens this time around? We're gonna have to see too, because I think they have to re-lobby.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, they have to re-lobby too. So probably it's gonna take a bit. So we have some time to discuss what has happened in the past couple of rounds prior to this overtime. I feel like performance-wise, both teams have double-digit scores. For CUEK especially, I feel like everyone performed up to stuff. TB, there are a bunch of very proficient performers, and all of them work together to get this 9-9 scoreline.
Yes. Oh man, I'm still caught up on it. I'm still hung up on the fact that they worked so hard to get to that point of 9. Right, they were 1 away, only for that to crumble. It's like basically going up a ladder, and then the last step, right? The last step before you went on top of the building actually snapped off. So it's man, it's so close yet so far. But again, we're waiting for word on Mission Control as to what the verdict will be. Granted that it is a 4-5, and or at least based on what we saw, we're possibly waiting for the reconnection of their player. It doesn't change anything though. This is gonna be a race to first to 11, basically.
First to 13.
13 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Because,
Yeah, 13. Pardon me.
Yeah. So first.
Oh yeah, 13. There we go. Yeah.
So first 2 rounds, there's a side swap during OT, and then if they tie 12-12, it goes into a sudden death, golden round.
Had to happen, dude. It had to
happen. It had to happen.
And in that way, man.
I mean, if I was CUEK, I would have been like, man,
irate.
If there was one person there, that would have been our map.
No, I'm pretty sure that somewhere along the way they are fuming. Mm-hmm. But again, these are unforetold circumstances.
Yeah. Probably stars aligned for team like, woo! A sigh of relief. CUEK is like, ooh, probably not the game plan there. But again, that's video games, so to say.
An occupational hazard, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we'll see. We'll see how they're gonna sort this out, man. But that also wraps it up supposedly for the momentum, not the map, the momentum of TB, right? Because right after the switch, it was all over. They were unable to bounce back from that loss of momentum. It's gone. Now they're even footing. It's basically a grand finals reset.
Yeah, it's a reset. If you're accustomed to other games, yeah,
it's a reset now.
It's a reset. The momentum doesn't matter. We're back to 0-0 technically. It's first to how many rounds? It's 9 to 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's first to 4.
Yes.
First to 4
and not
rounds.
An easy task, man.
Not
it's
an
so
easy task, man. It's not easy at all. I mean, knowing that you're always going to side swap after 3 rounds, whew, a little bit hard for them.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot to take in. It is so much for these players to try and work hard for. You saw again what they had to do, man. The stall that they had to do just so they could draw TB in, right? They worked so hard for that first pick.
They did.
They worked so hard for that first pick, and that's just to even things up. That's not to get the advantage.
That's not to get the advantage too. Imagine if they were there. I mean, at TB, they are still they're still ramping up. Like both teams have been ramping up this entire match. This stall will probably fan out a little bit of that momentum a bit for these teams. And may I remind you that this is not whose map is this? It's CUEK's map too. So if TB takes this map, they are at a potential disadvantage here because TB has picked port for our next map.
Yeah. And again, by how tight the scores have been. Huge chance Ankara is coming.
Dude. We might see game 3.
Yeah.
Game 3
that's not
OT,
the jinx.
golden round? What's happening?
That is not the jinx, but right now, the way that we're seeing this, we are still on even footing. Both of these teams are walking on thin ice, right? They have to do what it takes to try and stay afloat here long enough for them to bag the victory. It's no one. It's right now it's CUEK versus TB. No one has the lead. No one has the momentum. It is once again even footing. Just first match, man. I cannot believe we went this far already.
Yeah, it's been just the first match. I mean, it's already our second series. Veteran has shown to us that you can finish it with experience. But now that both teams are all on equal playing field, the stakes are a little bit different for these two folks. Both pick up. I think I'm pretty sure these are both pickup teams. But now we are on the reset. 9-9. We are in OT. After 3 rounds, we go on a swap. First to 13 wins here in OT.
Oh boy. Okay. Now we do have a complete squad here, so could be a very very different complexion. I believe it was Jimby that disappeared earlier. I could be wrong here, but now we're gonna try to do that same exact plan as we wanted to earlier. Locker
Mm-hmm.
room locker room guarding here from Secdet. Control room. Yeah.
They're just holding a little
Pet
bit
smoke.
here. I mean, TB is playing with the C4 in hand. CUEK are playing on hold. So different play style perhaps for the folks. And I think this is the round that TB
Mm.
particularly do like to play compared to a while ago.
Yeah.
CUEK holding not their forte. Let's see if this happens differently this time.
Ooh.
R3Z. They both get one
Okay.
straight.
Okay, so far so good here. Once again, both these teams just justifying as to why this is a perfect match so far. Less than a minute to go.
Oh, it's another trade here. 3v3, 2. Nope, nope. Second's still alive. Now he is gone out for the count.
2v2.
He is gonna be up in contention. 1v1 now. Alyosha is the only one left standing. Makrai has the health advantage. 30 seconds left. C4. Nowhere close to where he is. He might just stay in B. But he doesn't know where Alyosha is. Gets
Yeah,
found
here we
out.
go. Okay, 16 seconds to work with. But again, the objective is already in play here. All that McCray has to do here is just burn the clock.
It's doing good so far. 17 seconds left and Alyosha not able to retaliate. Kibi, they get the first round.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, here we go. I'm not gonna say this is momentum yet, no. But this right here is a very substantial lead. You know what this means for TB? They're gonna be able to slowly instill some fear. Jim Beach trying to straight fire through the smoke. Locker room control here on the side of Rez. Is anybody gonna be bold enough to jump in?
Probably not. I mean, big stakes now for CUEK in terms of just holding TV. Bit of pot shot, second. Tag has to back off just a little bit. Now, both players are playing very passive.
Mm.
No urgency at all. They're playing it safe. They're playing calculated.
And for very good reason, man. This is too close of a call for them to try and risk anything. 10-9. They don't want to force another overtime here. Again, TB. They did reclaim what they once had. A lead.
A lead.
Funny enough, here we go.
Good pick off now. Trades on trades. 3v3. TB. HP's not on their side. A good nade can chunk out the members here. But it doesn't get all of them at least. Less than a minute left. But they do have the C4. A miss and whiff on the sniper for TB. Might cost them the round. Brownie's the only one left. But they're able to recover here. Another round for TB.
Oh, man. Okay. TB. Once again, they have to close this out convincingly, man. This has to be a very, very strong finish here on the side of TB. Should they not have lost any of those rounds, if you think about it? We're going to go back and play a little bit of blame game here. But should they not have lost those rounds, this would have all been over. But remember, it is the switches. It is those switches that really changed the entire predicament here on the side of TB, man. Remember, that's when they lost the lead.
Holding this lead again. It feels like the lead is falling right outside of place. You'd want them to recover for CUEK, but TB, momentum is on their side. I have to hold a little bit though.
That they do. That they do. Remember, this is too close to drop now, man. 11-9. Just a couple more. Just a couple more crucial pushes. Look at that. Nothing different here. We're still looking at the same locker room control. We're still looking at the same control room post up. Okay, here we go.
They finally retaliated again for CUEK. TB, prior rotation is in due here. Possibly go missile, I think. Better play this time. No one's actually holding missile. This should be a quick rotation onto missile, but they're forcing rotations here. And I think it worked. The rest of the members are rotating to B, but they haven't gotten any kills yet. No frag scene. They finally get one. I think the rest of the members waiting for a signal to go in. 20 seconds left. One in missile. Alyosha is on the high ground. They got to finish one. The second one for Elcom! For some forsaken reason, they managed to hold and execute on a 3v5. My goodness.
Okay.
That's 12-9. That's 3 straight for TB. And if they win one more, they take the first map.
We are going the distance here, folks. 12-9. All they gotta do is basically cross the bridge with steady footing, right? They don't have to do anything crazy here. Stop wiggling. You know what I mean? The drawbridge is shaking. You just gotta do what you need to do here in full confidence. But again, we're not gonna complicate it, man. TB, once I did mention it earlier, they're trying to reclaim what they had earlier in the day, which is the momentum, the lead, and here it is. It just that switch was essential to them.
The lead is there, and they need to find a way to get back into it. Problem though, they don't have the insurance to do so. It's they're at the edge of possibly a cliff for CUEK, and TB's just ready to kick them off the curve and secure this first game. Mind you, I mean, this is CUEK's map. If they lose, then we're heading into TB's map pick, which is Port.
You know, that always really plays a part, ladies and gentlemen, that when you do have the opportunity to go for a map that you can ban and or select, you know, you got to take advantage of that. It is your comfort zone. It is like being asked to pick a house between the one you're in now and the bigger one that you're not comfortable with, right? So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. CUEK versus TB. It has never looked so intense, but now TB is on the opposite side of the board here, Doc.
There you go. TB on the opposite side. All they have to do is just hold one round and they're done. Jengar on in stairs. Easy wants to fight back. Is there a nade to secure the kill? He's at one.
Close. Super close. Super close. But again, CUEK, man, they have the bigger pressure weighing down upon them here. Rez has to keep his head down here for the time being. He is not in a condition to take any challenges here. Otherwise, the numbers are going to dwindle down on them. You see how we also have vents controlled here on the side of SecDead, but no one dares peek. We've lost the... I'm gonna say we've lost the rush element right now here, Doc. They know that it's not the right time to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see if the blind is gonna be good. Yes, it does. Good for one here, at least. There we go. 5-4 here. TB smelling the blood in the water. Blinds
They
make
got
that
the two.
last two players here on the side of CUEK.
2v4, they're on missile, but they're getting peppered with popcorn. And that, my friends, is it. It's 13-9. TB, they take it over to CUEK. OT victory for TARINGBABI.
Oh man, talk about a heart-pounding first match here. And the thing is, we went into this blindly, ladies and gentlemen. Little to no information about our team and players. TARINGBABI just starting things off with one match that we could say was a little too close to the chest, man.
Mm-hmm. Shots heard. TB pulling a spear right into the throat of CUEK. They know what has happened here. They took that opportunity and they ran straight to the map number 2.
It had to be the
Insane.
case. It had to be the case because now it is up to TARINGBABI to continue that. Maybe now they have a feel of how CUEK actually plays, right? So there's a huge chance that this time around, okay, we're not gonna walk on water just like that again because we know we're going to sink. If we try to do something a little too over our heads, we might lose the momentum once again. Because they did, man. They actually did lose the momentum entirely.
Yeah.
The reset,
Momentum. Yeah.
though.
The reset. It doesn't. I don't think they ever lost that momentum after that time. And
Yeah.
it feels like after the 4 rounds, I'm like, okay, I think they're just the better team in terms of that OT. Maybe CUEK collapsed there in terms of, let's say, just holding, but TB had all the answers this time around. And despite probably the length of that match altogether was pretty long, mind you, compared to our previous matches a while ago. It was still pretty entertaining, to say the least. Like, both teams performed on what we didn't really expect to. I think I expected one team to completely dominate over the other, but it didn't really happen up until in OT.
Yeah, it's one of those possible cases of it ran out of steam, so to speak, right? Because it was all right until it got a little too close. So maybe I don't know what rituals or whatever it is that TARINGBABI actually had to do to gain that confidence back. Not to mention the pacing was a bit different there. They did not 100% stall, but they did not go for the full push entirely. So it just makes sense that TARINGBABI realized that, okay, we did make those mistakes. We're just gonna try to rectify them now, and this time not give them a single round to work with, because that's when it all started.
Yeah, they couldn't work. That was, I think, one of the most important factors in that OT was CUEK didn't have any rounds to spare
Yes.
in terms of OT. If they had at least one round, I feel like they would have had a chance to regroup. But no breathing room at all given to TB, to CUEK. TB just mauled them from the OT. But up to that point, CUEK and TB were on equal footing the entire time. Both teams traded blow for blow, different strats every time. A lot of sick highlights for Secta, I'm not gonna lie here.
Same, man. I completely agree. But to me, the biggest problem I felt that faced a CUEK over here was the fact that they were super overwhelmed during the first half, and it was a lot more difficult than we would actually lead on, because the fact that CUEK they were smothered before those small bits and pieces, those small rounds after the switch. They had to work extra carefully there, right? It wasn't easy. Because remember, during the switch, it was at 6-3. It was another 6-3. And those 3 rounds really took a lot out of CUEK to try and catch up on. Meanwhile, look at the stats here. So TARINGBABI's LCOM, right? 22 frags for him alone, trumping everyone in the entire match.
I feel like in terms of deaths too, he had almost possibly the highest fragger and possibly one of the lowest death guys on that team. Yoshido not doing too bad. on CUEK, double digits. I think the entire team for CUEK really did well in terms of holding down the ground up until that OT point. But Elcom managed to scrape on, woke up, and possibly turned on the electric fan on where he is. We're heading into our set MVP. It's none other than
Outcome, of course.
Elcom.pe. Yeah, of course. 1.57 KD, 0.96 KR, 0.68 HK, and the 0.36 SR. Not too bad, not too shabby for an OT win here, Pika.
Oh yes. And again, I hate bringing it up, but we have to. That quick moment where they had to lose one player, it really was a bit of a shattered glass, if so to speak. Like they were already putting on the panes on the windows, right? But just somebody just threw a pebble at it. And
Yeah.
that's what it was. Regardless, though, that is all she wrote for TARINGBABI. They already bagged one, or that long story that we had to read for everybody watching.
Yeah, but for now though, we are heading into port for game number 2. It's TARINGBABI's map pick over to CUEK. Let's see if this will be the same fate as last time, or will CUEK push us into map number 3. Everything and all of that here in the CFS Summer Qualifiers rest of C. We'll be right back here after this quick break.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is our second set here, believe it or not, and the second match for this bout that we witnessed earlier. My name is Pika, joined by Dropout Kenny. This is still the CFS Summer Qualifiers, rest of Southeast Asia, and yes, these two teams duked it out to their absolute limit, and we're not even done.
Yeah, we're not even done. We're headed into port. We got a little bit of some adjustments. Check that's out. And now Muffle is in for CUEK. Okay, will that be a turning point for the side of CUEK? Or will it not matter as TB is looking to close it out 2-0 here in port, no less?
Man, TARINGBABI again, they realized that they did make those fatal mistakes, right? And it's just a bit tragic that after the said overtime, basically the start of the overtime, CUEK just literally crumbled. After round of just pure TB dominance. Now, and as you mentioned, Doc, should this be a turning point, right? However, we're gonna bring some more factors back, Doc. We're headed to port, and CUEK did not pick this map.
Yep. Probably a map of unfamiliarity, or it's not in their map pool. I think they're okay with having port here, so to say, because I feel like Black Widow, possibly Ankara are the maps to usually play on. Port is like a niche map. I think people should play it too. I think the only reason why I'd consider it as a niche map, probably because not a lot of people like to play on this map. But it's not to say that there are some pros and cons to it. Pros, there's a long A, and there cons. There's also a long A holding back both you attacking and defending at the same time. So it's gonna be fun on this map in particular, especially the snipers. The snipers will have a field day here.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well, man. Like a while ago, we did have a couple of them just putting in a little bit of that work, but it's a very assault rifle heavy map to begin with, because obviously no one's gonna wanna hold off for too long over a missile with a sniper, right? It is one of those angles where you really need an assault rifle to flush out. But in this case, man, the longs, as you mentioned, are very, very dangerous to say the least. Not to mention,
they're wide.
should the smoke start to clear out, then peek if you dare.
Yeah, it's a sniper party at this point. I mean, there is like there's like a 1 second gap there between CA on that weird bodega spot before that A site pops up. There's like a second before they can react. So if you all just go there at the same time, I feel like you'd be fine. But more likely than not, I feel like there's only one person that you need to station there on that A spot. But there you go. Port, potential last map for TB and for CUEK. This is the first point for them before we head over to a car potentially if they win.
We had to say it. There goes sniper already, right? We're already peeking from the perspective of Brownie, and that's one on the board. Previous MVP Elcom falls victim.
Okay. Already gone for Elcom.
All right.
CUEK.
Again, Brownie just taking chances here, man. Just maybe, someone's actually gonna respond. This is the area we were talking about. Man. Here we go. We're looking at bridge here, or we're looking at basically the mid area here. And Brownie with a bit of rotation here, also peeking over the horizon. Already has 2 on the board, man.
It's a little bit awake. I mean, this is his like ideal map to play on this this AWM. Surprised though, Penjahat and Youngar have both DRGs up and waiting. I feel like for Port, it's more likely they're feeling each other out. They need a bit of a feel on how they're currently holding site before they do their crazy stuff. I feel like that's the game plan for TB here. But already less than a minute left. Youngar, no spots at all. He has a little bit of a sick peek here for R3 Zeno. Currently a 1v3. Very unlikely dub for TB here, but
whoa!
Okay.
Oh, good try though.
Good try.
Good try. Django tried to peel out of there, but he just took a little too much damage, and none of the factors for that round was actually going to swerve to his side. He was still down by numbers, down by the clock. No way he's also going to go for the objective. Here we go. And remember, we did have a switch of roster here, so Moffle right there still get to name on the get to have a frag on the board here.
Oh, so missing a whiff. How is he able to get the second shot though?
Magic. That's what it is. They just ride through the gaps over here. Good vantage point right there on the side of Brownie. Once again, a very familiar scenario here. Brownie able to pick off one. And as we know, the thunderclaps are slowly going to add up here for the teams. They have to be very careful. Oh, but a return fire. Sniper for sniper. And that's what we were talking about a while ago, Doc. Said perspective. If you overstay your welcome, it's gonna start to hurt. Here we go. TB though, dwindling the numbers down 3-3, and Moo has no health to work with.
Yeah, but they're predicting there's at least someone there holding an A. They need a couple of smokes to cross. Whoop. Good wall bang. Flash grenade. I don't know if that's for his teammate or not. Red. R3Z around the area, playing, spamming, and Penjat is the last person standing with the pistol out and able to recover 1-1. Same scenario again from last map. 1-1 is always the scoreline.
Back and forth they go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we're talking about: the adjustments of these teams. And once again, it is a matter of unfamiliarity and eventually being familiar with how they move around. Brownie, is this going to be a similar, honestly, a scheme? Remember, he did pick off twice already from that particular spot. So look at this, Penjahat designated to take out Brownie in the process. Big whiff though. Look at that! How close yet so far.
No frags taken this time. It is and I like this though for some reason. TB, they've opted to go for double snipers instead of just majority rifles. Oh, good flick!
What
for JFBY? Even I was shaken. But they're fighting back again for CUEK. They're holding down the ground. They need to reload. They've taken one of them down, but
1v1?
Rez is around the area. It's a 1v1! And CUEK was able to stand again. All of these rounds are very close.
Not just the round itself, right? But even the back and forth of frags, it is too rich. Look at that. Brownie, once again, just like he knows. Big miss on the side of Jangar over there, though. And you see the anxiety that's been brought upon TB already. The fact that they have to go for a double snipe stack means that Brownie did his job well.
For sure. Jangar, even with initial picks, you still need to secure this round. Good flash! And that frees up so many kills for CUEK.
That's huge.
And all that Moo needed was just wait up on the utils. Good play.
That was huge. The fact that he had to push through that flash as well was just something. Here we go. Brownie. Still untouched. The big gun is still at large here. Here we go. 4-2. What is TB gonna do here? Not looking good. But still, you know, this is just a 2v3. Very, very solvable situation. And Penjat barely able to make it out of there.
Ay! Penjahat barely scraping by. TB looking lost in their own map. CUEK, I love how they're holding here.
Yeah.
Even despite being down, they're still very aggressive when it comes to getting these picks. Less than a minute now.
And this is super crucial, man. I'm telling you. 35 seconds to go. No objective in sight. It's up to Jangar right now if he's going to go for that push. I'm pretty sure there's already some information. There it is. Jangar does have the C4. But the flick was no good. Oh, CUEK takes it one more time here.
No bueno. Fortunate, but does happen. TB down 2 rounds here. CUEK looking strong in the second map. Good nades though for TB. Able to chuck a significant amount of HP from CUEK's side.
He tries to go amidst the blind. McCry over here, evening things up. Far so good. Elcom has to get out of dodge. 4-4. Once again, you know, it's been such a back and forth here, Doc, that once again the objectives are not paid attention to. Or there's really no way, no room here for TB to try to go for that plant.
There's always one person defending. It's so hard to hold too. So you might as well just try it. Go for eliminations, but that's a sick headshot. Now they can try and go for a post plant.
Yeah.
This has to be it. They can plant it. Or they around the area to do so. Not quite. Penjat got blown out of the water, and it should be a second round for TB this time.
Okay. Slowly but surely, they're trying to make their way back into the ship. And again, it took a lot out of them to do that, by the way. The way that I see it. TB, they had to hustle so much. So that's the feeling. That is the feeling when the opponent's already starting to adjust. They're already being way more cautious, way more careful, way more calculated. So look at that. No peaks, no extra peaks. But again, Brownie, just like he knows, man. Looking for something. Looking for someone brave enough to go for that high peak.
The high points here. Too high, perhaps. Brownie? Nope. No shots found there.
Okay, this time I think that Brownie's being tested. You know, it stopped working, by the way, a few rounds back, right? So
Yeah.
Brownie has to come up with a much, much different approach here amidst everything. Slow peaks here from Moo, no good. Alyosha. So none of these teams not giving away any information. The damage on the side of Brownie, though, that's pretty big. You know what that means? He can only survive one encounter, and that's it.
They're right. And Cubby, and they started bursting out, mind you. Yes, they only need 1 second to go and pass around the area. Brownie eliminated immediately. They need to get this post plant down, and ready Elcom with another one.
Uh-oh.
C4 not with them though.
Yes. Elcom. Basically a pinch away. Here we go, though. And Jangar, even with full HP, fell victim to Rez. Elcom has nowhere to go.
Oh, the C4's on top of that spot. He cannot get it. He has to win by elimination now. There's no way out of it. And CUEK takes advantage.
Huge pressure, like I said, man. TB, now they gotta pick themselves up. The conditions were not really falling into their favor here. This is also the big detriment that I'm talking about, Doc. Maybe the lack of objective here is just making things a little bit easier for CUEK because there's no reason for them to rush.
TB, they're in a very tight spot at the moment. CUEK, you need to bathe in blood, and they're doing so.
Look at that hold by Rez right there. He was so close to being a name on the on the notification. He was very close.
Almost on the kill feed there, but this time around, can't do much. Again, they're having a hard time getting an entry here for TB.
Yeah, Brownie though. The man has hands as steady as a pole. Oh, okay. There we go. So close there. So close. Brownie also very, I'd say, dangerous step. There. Could have been really bad for him. A minute to go and still no objectives in sight. Understandably so.
Okay. Yeah, TB, no action whatsoever. It's CUEK taking the board every single time. TB, they need to find a way back into this half.
Oh boy. 5-2. 5-2 over here. Okay. There we go. Huge commotion, but no damage yet on the side of TB. Never forget that I said that. Makrai immediately falls victim. So does Jimby. Last two on the side here of CUEK. And a lot of damage from on the side of Rez. Here we go. Now, they finally got to plant, bro.
It's been a couple of rounds already since they did so, but Rez already on the flank. Needs to be careful. Okay, was able to at least circumnavigate that, and TB, they stopped the hemorrhaging, and they need to recover one more. This is the last round of this first half, folks. They need TB at least to get one round for insurance. They need to be as close to the scoreboard from CUEK now.
And who's to say, man, this is probably what they're waiting for. Remember, this is also what happened to CUEK. They were able to actually turn the tides as soon as the switch happened. Let's see. TB might be a bit more comfortable in that exchange. 1 minute has passed, or almost a minute has passed. Now TB, as you did say, man, this is a curse, by the way. This will be the 4th time it'll happen today. Should CUEK walk away here or before the switch with 6 rounds.
Oh, bunch of utils popped off. Jimby looking to get this pop flash down. Setups perhaps for TB. What? The setup? Blinded. No one can see anything. Rez looking to get this flag down. Penjahat not able to get the frag. Somehow CA is open. They
That's sad.
need to rotate somewhere. Jimby's alone. Oh, but Jimby's around the area! Double, triple kill for JMBY! They need to check CA and they recover. Moffy's the only one left, but everyone is there for TB. JMBY! What a clutch!
That was what they needed, man.
They needed that.
Flank, a small flank that resulted in 3 immediate frags. Oh, that has gotta hurt. That has gotta hurt on the side of CUEK, man. They had 3 in one zone right for the picking. Oh, that is sad. Like I said,
now they're rushing.
Yes,
CUEK?
now they're shattered.
The TB, they're kind of phased. Yes, they won the round, but they're immediately caught into the crossfire here.
Or
now
not.
it's a 3v3 retake. Jangar and the rest, they have to rotate now. Jimby is stuck. Penjahat, they have the spot to do so. It's a 2v3 now. Brownie.
2v2.
1v2 now. Now it's a 1v1. Jangar doesn't get the clutch. And CUEK wins that round.
That was too
fast
close.
play.
Okay, that was too close. That was a little too close. I thought for a fact that CUEK would actually crumble, right? A big boulder on top of them after that. It's huge. You know, that is definitely going to the highlights, man. JMB right there, or JMBY, however we could read it. That was very substantial. That broke the curse, man. We did not go to a switch here of 6-3.
No swap. No same scoreline. It's completely different now, but CUEK, they are the team to beat here. They have insurance. 2 rounds, TB. They've done this once. They can do it again.
Uh-oh. Alright. I like the fact here that Jimby, that's a boost of confidence for him. Now we can definitely say that Jimby, despite being at the bottom right now, or rather being at 12 eliminated, never mind, forget that bottom. A while ago he was, right? But because of that 3 very substantial frags, he's now the highest fragger so far. Highest score here with 12.
It's very high impact, so to say, in terms of frags there. So, big props. Now, they have to catch up though. Oh, good pick over to Jangar. Moves on CA, but none of the members are holding on A. There's one on mid. So they have to be careful when it comes to cross. Oh, Mo's able to get one. It's a 3v3 now. Big commotion there on stairs. It's a 1v3. Penjahat very far away.
Oh my goodness, CUEK though.
Okay.
And with the full, though. Yeah, man, and this is a full health bar here that he can work with. Slightly blinded. Gotta be careful. Is that gonna do damage? Not. Yes, oh yeah, just by a little bit. But no, too much firepower and manpower to deal with. The CUEK now 7-4.
TB on the back foot. There's 3 rounds left for CUEK to secure, or Ankara will be what's going to be in store for the both of us here, Pika, as well for these 2 teams.
Again, no jinx here. We already saw what can happen if and only if the other team who's on a deficit, who's on the downside, is able to make those really crucial adjustments. Okay, here we go. Brownie and Penjahat. No duels here so far. Yeah, Brownie's had enough of that, by the way. He has had enough of that.
He don't want to go for it anymore. I don't think his scoreline has moved ever since.
Yeah.
Has to play a little bit safer this time, but Brownie...
Never mind. Yeah.
Is able to take down Penjahat.
Okay. Jangar. Going for I was gonna say that is anyone gonna go for a challenge here? It's usually that position. Jangar scouting 2 points at once. He has to be super careful here. Brownie, one good peek.
Oh,
he still got him.
Good challenge. He expected a wider pick, but it did not arrive for for the rest. Now, the HP bars. Double kill? No triple. It's all left to McRae.
That was insane from Brownie, dude. Like, literally, he was the one being hard scoped on. He was still able to close the deal. But just like that, man. TB on the verge right here from being a falling tower, bro.
Falling tower. What do they say? Fraudulent? Game 1? Depends on where you're...
Misleading game 1, I
right
feel.
Now. Misleading game 1, yeah. CUEK. They're proving to themselves that was our map. We just gave you that one. CUEK looking strong. Let's see if TB can bounce back from this. It's pretty grim. It's 4 rounds, and you need to get to 10.
It's all order for any team, man. It's all order for any team. Remember, in our previous set, we ended at 10-4, so that could be a repeat here, right? On the side of veteran, if we're going to call back a little bit. A minute and a half to work with here for both these teams. CUEK has insane momentum. And look at that.
The 2 kills.
Look at that. Not if TB has something to say about it. And they also have eyes on the objective.
Good start. 3 kills for Alcom. If this is what we're expecting later down the line, TB, they have to keep this up. This is the type of blame play you should expect them to play now. On a big risk setting. 8-5, 3 rounds to catch up. CUEK needs 2.
But I'm not sure if this is gonna be one of these moments where, you know, TB would be like, "Oh, I'm not playing around anymore." But I don't know, man. Too big of a bluff. 8-5. Line's good here. Beautiful shot from Penjahat. Magnificent peak.
Really crap under the pressure, CUEK. TB. Now they're looking for prey this time around. Good on the nade. Brownie's still alive though. One more nade can possibly do it. Oh, he's gonna go down. Where is Brownie this time? He's hiding.
Okay. Smoke has no dice. Look at this, man. CUEK is amidst all that momentum, they do have one player out. Okay, never mind. That's one for each. And Brownie with a massive amount of damage on his end. You know for a fact that, like I said before, he cannot afford an encounter, a failed encounter. He cannot whiff his next shot. Brownie. Remember, a while ago, he was hard scoped on Doc, but he was still able to emerge on top.
Yeah. 3v4 now. As you look on where TB is expecting a push to happen. Oh, they don't know. He's already down below Jangar. You have to be careful! Right beside you already. And the rest of the members are going B. That was just a ruse, brother.
Here we go. Oh, man. Okay, very
2v.
winnable, man. Very winnable here on the side of TB.
It's winnable, but it's very bleak.
Yes. It's more eclipse than sun. Alright. We hear a lot of fires, but no one's falling just yet, guys.
Here comes the retake.
Good push.
Double assaults. The wide swing, wide peek. Good flash. And the nade gets him. It's a 1v1 now. 14 seconds left. They have to find the last guy. They're gonna have to rush in. Oh, and he gets it! There's time! TB!
Oh,
awakened from their slumber. It's 6-8 now. 2 more to tie. TB. They are relentless.
Dude, it's one of those, how did he survive that moment, right? Already pre-aimed and everything. Oh, look at Brownie, though. Hold that thought. Brownie took significant damage from that nade. Very significant damage. Here we go. Some blinds here on Alyosha. Man, TB needed that. 100%.
They needed that. That was a morale booster for them, bro.
Yeah.
And to say that CUEK didn't go back to just rushing says a lot.
Yeah,
Now they have to respect the opponent. You
it
know
goes
that they're
without saying,
expecting.
right? It's common logic. They have to, but at the same time, they can't afford to hold back a little too much. They have momentum. That's still 2 rounds to work with, bro. And they still and they also have the bomb. So if they're able to at least pick off one, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the template here. Pick off one, go for the plant, hurt them even more. Okay, I'm gonna get out of there. I remember what happened last time, says Django.
Yep. Not a good.
Oh boy. Calm before the storm. And Brownie, he's gonna have to put up with these wounds so far. Less than a minute to go. Look at TB. They're wisely doing what they need to do, man. Uh-oh. Gotta take it slow. Oh, there's the shot. Penjahad over here. Inflicting damage. 4-4. That's it. That is the shot that needed to happen here. Okay, okay. And Brownie, one shot to even things out. Never mind. A lot of commotion going on here.
They have to be a little bit careful this time around. Team scenario, but now they can swap the rifles. Do they play with it? Not quite, Jangor. He risked it all. Now he swaps to the HK. It's a double pick off, but it doesn't matter.
Potential map point here for CUEK, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 rounds to grind on the side of TB. Not good at all, man. I'm telling you, a while ago it was doing so well because they held off their end of the deal. They had to burn the time.
Yeah, they had to burn it, but did not happen
Too
this time
long.
around. Now CB, TB, they have a chance, but it has to go through OT. That's the only way we could let TB walk away here scot-free 2-0.
Alright. But Brownie back to his old ways, kind of. Not there.
Yeah, he knows he's on fire. He wants to challenge. He knows he wants to be in the front picture of it. Tags though,
Big damage.
on the thigh. On the frag now.
There
Is
we
there
go.
any needs to follow up? Not quite. We'll just have to play safe.
Now Rez, recognizing the situation here. Alyosha did so much toll on Alyosha's side. So now Alyosha's almost, if I'm gonna be real, man, Alyosha's no good for a push right now.
Mm-hmm. And they know that R3Z is on that A-long stuck. So there's at least only 3 people moving here all at the same time. So if they eliminate that guy, they're probably secured on this side. Less than a minute now. They're executing. Elcom, no flashes on them. Has to peek. Oh, Elcom gets the one.
Oh.
Not on the second. Doesn't matter. He's the only one left here.
Oh,
and
boy.
TB they hold.
Signs of life here on the side of TB, ladies and gentlemen. 9-7. Entering a dead round, dude. This is it. This is exactly what we're talking about. We're going the distance here. But CUEK, you gotta give him props, bro. They are really, really a different breed of animal right now comparative to how it was in the first map.
Yeah, I mean, a big shift of strategy really panned out for the side of CUEK. That swap really mattered too, as Moffle taking a lot of stride here in pushing up the team to success. They are one step away from getting this map number 3. They just have to close it out, but TB is not letting them do so here, Pika.
Uh-huh. And again, I like that. I like the fact that TB is still slowly inching their way back to that OT. A while ago, it's a similar picture. These teams cannot be any closer, right, to each other than they are now. Remember, a while ago, albeit with a slight difference when it came to the scoreline, it's very similar to what we're seeing right now. Somebody had the lead, somebody caught up, and we go straight to overtime. So if that's the
Yeah.
case here for TB, this is going to be payday for them. If they're able to revert the situation, revert the tides here, and just solve the crisis altogether, then TB would call it a day.
Yeah, but let's not to say CUEK.
Yes.
Again, they are the people to beat this time around for game number 2. And mind you, I mean, this is not even CUEK's map, this is TB's map. So they certainly know how to play this map for CUEK. And TB, they are playing catch up at this point. 2 rounds to spare for them before we head into OT, and only 1 before we lock in on our final map on Ankara.
My wish was granted, man. 100%. I'm basking
Ankara?
that in.
You want Ankara?
No, I want the map.
You want them? Yeah, you want.
I want the
Ankara.
map.
Give me Ankara. Give me 1, please. I mean,
The map
maybe
3 was an option. Okay, it's an
the
option.
Okay, so you just want Ankara.
I just want Ankara. That's the thing. I did not 100% say a game 3. I just want Ankara. So that's the reality, right? That's the truth right there.
That's an insane statement. Maybe if we don't get it today, we might get it tomorrow. But if we don't get it, then you're gonna be sad, I think.
The heartbreaker,
you're,
so to speak.
you're gonna be thinking at the end of the day, man, we could have had Ankara.
We had to push for the skies, man. I want Ankara. Again, I didn't say a game 3. It was just really Ankara stepping forward. But going back to the action here. So TB, man, that as you mentioned, was that a fraudulent first match, or was it just really a deceptive first match altogether?
We don't know, because
right?
It's it feels like CUEK, they're giving us a statement that maybe it was a little bit deceptive, but TB, they're still catching up. So that's not to say that the rounds here are not meant for them. It's weird too that their setup has always been double sniper the entire time for TB. They haven't let that go.
And it goes without saying, man, it's information. It is definitely information. So here we go. A different spot so far here from Jangar. You see how he actually stepped forward a little bit further. This time around, he was ahead of the curve. Okay, you guys know where I used to peak. Now we're going to go back to the old habits. Right? Oh, I like that. I like that from Jangar. Wise play.
Old habits dying hard there, and Brownie's already out for the count. We know that he's been fragging out. I think he had more than 18 frags before the stead round happened, so all eyes are in him at the moment. Possibly the stead round affected the folks here for CUEK. TB. It's their time to shine now. They have a man disadvantage. They're looking towards the closer, and that OT is looking mighty fine in the reach.
Oh boy. And that's what they want, right? They would rather struggle this way than to struggle for another map. So, Brownie out of the equation here. So the guard of the bridge is no more. It's just a matter now of closing it with the rest of the squad. Not an easy task though, but at least the perspective has been reduced at least one time. Remember, they have Alyosha as well. Oh, but just as I was saying that, man, both snipers out of the equation here for CUEK.
Timer clocking down. Looking to go for a desperation attempt here. Only to shoot at his teammate. I mean, there's no friendly fight here. Yeah, all good.
It's me.
It's me. Maybe the nade could possibly hurt them. So probably not the best way to do that. But again, another frag, make that a double here. And Pedjat, they're all locked in here. One more before we lock in OT. CUEK, do they try and go for a rush here on this final round? Hindi seen again! Dead round. Okay.
Dead round. Okay, at least for now. Yeah, just like you, man. I share the same sentiment. 9-8.
9-8. Wait, what happened? What happened? Is it the round?
We'll wait for Mission Control to give us word on that.
We're gonna have to give us an update on that. That's insane. It just happened so suddenly.
Okay. Well, that is a sign.
What happened in the past couple of rounds here, Piga?
we can recollect ourselves. Yeah, there we go. Dead round for sure.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah.
We lost count. Not gonna lie, guys. We did lose count on that one, but it is what it is, right? And flawless round on the side of TB right there. Not a single drop of manpower.
Mm-hmm. That's I think performance-wise, yeah, I think TB could have taken that like pretty easily. I think the first couple of picks there, the pick over to Brownie was really smart. It's methodical too, and Brownie he did expect it, but not at that angle, so to say. So I was surprised for that. Now we have a dead round. What happens here? Do they attempt? There's a couple of options here.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately as this round starts, do they rush for CUEK?
It's a big question mark, man, because what got them that victory, in my opinion, was the balance, right? Because one, they had to take out Brownie immediately off of a very, very unconventional angle, or at least they held that spot for a long time, man. Like TB was able to instill that fear that, oh, okay, we'll be here, right, looking over the horizon, but what if I take a few steps forward? And you're not going to expect that at all. That's exactly what happened. So Brownie was taken out of the equation. Alyosha, having one sniper as well, was supposedly the distance maker, you know, but Alyosha also fell immediately. Therefore, it is going to be a battle now of ARs, right? And it didn't work.
It did not work at all. And now we're in this point. Okay, so since we're on a dead round, it happens here. If it goes to OT, we're gonna be potentially just re-lobbying again.
Yeah.
Always. It's always like this. But again, that's the beauty of it. Like this esport, like they already considered dead round as part of this like gameplay loop. There's no stopping it. Here we go. What's the equation this time for CUEK? Is it a rush? They're heading into B. Oh my goodness. No, they're not rushing. They're not rushing. Oh my goodness.
Got a 2-3 split here, man. So Brownie, this time around, he leaves the spot. He vacates. Look at that, man. Everybody, a lot of the players from CUEK is flocked in B, bro. And a while ago, they were going for a very good 2-3 split. Now they can't afford to lose a single player. Here we go. Initial contact, but no dice.
Oh, they saw him! Now they're going in guns a-blazing. Do they have what it takes to trade? They have the pistols ready. Everyone's onto site, and everyone's low for the side of CUEK. They get the one. The nade's gone through, and it's all left. Alyosha. Does he have the correct angle? No, they do not. It is back to OT, back to where it all started. TARINGBABI, the second time.
We were just here.
No more excuses this time around. DC, what's that? We were just here a second ago. Insane in the membrane here, Pika.
They learned what they had to do. This is the same picture from the previous match, ladies and gentlemen. TARINGBABI, they dropped the ball, right? And then all of a sudden, they surf the big waves immediately. So now, the question remains, is CUEK gonna be able to snag one? Right? Just to tie things up. Remember, it's not for victory yet, ladies and gentlemen. It is just to tie things up here for forcing a match number 3. But if TB right here, TARINGBABI, is able to do exactly what they did earlier, look at me, I'm scratching my head because this is deja vu at its finest here, Doc. If they're able to do it again, the 3 straight rounds, and then that's it.
That's it. As the closer. I mean, CUEK tries the match again. This is just the upper bracket. They're not out of it yet.
Oh boy.
If they lose. But my goodness, CUEK is in a predicament right now. Do they want to extend this series? Because again, the fatigue is going to them. That's how many rounds total already? That's more than the last series that we've had.
We're headed to round 19 after this.
Yeah.
So there are potentially what 4 more rounds at the very least that we have to deal with.
So
Oh, never mind. It's round it's round 19 here, folks.
so around 26 rounds. No, 26. 46 rounds that we've
played already.
commentated on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that again, it's gonna be fatigue clocking in, but now they are souped up and they're ready to go.
And look
No
at the
more warm
cautiousness
ups.
here. No warm
Yep.
ups at all, man.
No warm ups. This is they are already warmed up. They should have been warmed up like a map ago.
Ugh. Look at that. Alyosha forced to drop the sniper already. It did not really bode well for Alyosha earlier on. So we're headed straight to the HK4 417s here, but the spot remains. Look at Alyosha, still designated to take a look over here at mid, or at least towards A long. Oh, spotted immediately.
Oh no, Moo! Up and about. No frags for Moo as of yet. They need to find Moo. Ah!
Oh, he has no information. He doesn't know.
The brownie. Oh, out of position. Pistols out. Able to get one. The pistols are whipping again. And now it's post-plant city. It's R3Z to hold and try and attempt to clutch. 30 seconds.
Two dangerous grounds right here. Look at him bleeding from the torso down. Just takes one solid spray here for R3Z to actually be taken out of the equation.
Yeah, it doesn't matter here. 10-9. TB, after being behind for so long, have a point ahead of CUEK.
Was this a long con, Doc? Has this always been the plan here for TB? No, Jakes, we're not going to say nothing. We're just going to see how this pans out.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
This was an investment for TB. They've downloaded them for 18 rounds or so. For 45 rounds or so.
What an investment that is, man. At the cost of sanity. So and again, Res or R3Z, I could not. But I'm going to go with what you said there. It's R3Z probably, if we're going to go with play on words. Alyosha's a little over the bridge. It was Jimby, by the way, a while ago, who really did phenomenal work kicking things off. So
they're trying to pick up the pace here, but TB just have to play a little bit patient. I mean, it worked the last time.
Yeah.
If they eliminate Brownie early on, that's their opening.
Yes. The man with the scope.
The man with the plan.
Moffle. But you know what? If we're going to talk about that while it's still a bit mellow, Moffle was a very substantial pick.
Yeah. The swap mattered, so to say.
All right. Less than a minute. Exactly what we thought would happen here. Look at that. Look at the compactness right here on the side of TB.
Oh, they're looking towards B. There's still one holding. There's only two guys there.
Uh-oh.
The smoke is ready.
Contact.
But contact is off.
Big
Muffle
bleeds
is
here.
gone. But the cross already happened. Two frags. They have to take out Alyosha. They do. It's a 3v2.
Oh.
The op not gonna help. They go
Brownie.
down. Okay. I like this setup here. They know that Penjat is there. And they force themselves into a very precarious retake. The smokes are present.
Ain't no way that TB's gonna let this go, man. No way. By the way,
Penjat, it's a confirm! And it's a double kill for Penjat! They already knew where he was! And that still didn't stop him from getting that double.
oh my goodness. And again, as you mentioned earlier, man, that retake was gonna be a problem. A huge problem for CUEK right there. All of the information disseminated, not to mention the smokes and the angles, right? Everything was against them. Look at this, the confidence on the side of TB. Slow and easy does it. All right. What's the plan here, boys? How are we playing this? Asks TB. Slow, nice and easy.
a little bit rough.
Alyosha. Again, they don't want to have to play retake here, dude. Like the way that you saw how strict the hold was for TB. Uh-oh. Okay, look at that. They understand that Brownie's probably looking over that.
Yeah, they're trying to confirm something here.
Uh-huh. Tension's building up here. Less than a minute to go. Yep, is this gonna be used for information? No blinds, yeah, so Brownie there finds one. Fatal mistake finds two.
Second.
Three!
The third! Oh my.
Keep them coming, says Brownie. Keep them coming.
Yeah, they're gonna have to move to site this time around. But Jimby able to get one for his books. Can he get more after this muffle?
Jimby.
Oh, does he have info that muffles around the area? Does he confirm it? He does! It's
Dude,
a 2v2!
what happened to the lead? It's gone. It's gone.
The lead! MT! What lead? And they got the plant in B! Oh my goodness. Insane setup.
Your move, quick.
Your move. Check on Brownie, bro. We need a Brownie cam now. We need him to cook along with the rest of his member here.
Horrible audition.
Which is move, but they're on this one angle. They have to let go. It's one kill, not quite.
Jimmy!
It's all left to JPY. No, not quite. It's Brownie to hold. It's 11-10. Brownie with a star performing round here on the round number 21.
Got
Insane.
Four from that round. 4 eliminations, man. And it didn't even cost him to bleed at all. So close though. I gotta give Jimby props for that last hold, right? Because not only were they able to wither down the lead to make it a very close 2-2, but Jimby was able to stand his ground a little bit there. You know, he was on point. It just so happened that Brownie just had some peak advantage at some point, a very small one.
Yeah, a small one at that. But the small window that Jimby had there on where he got 3 kills off his own as well. I think he got 4 also before he got that.
I think so. Yeah,
out.
he did. He did get 4.
Yeah, he got 4K. It just goes to show that the turns can really the tides can turn really drastically if you don't play your cards right. And TB almost stole that round from beneath their boots.
Man, and it was such an autopiloted moment, I would dare say, there when Brownie scored 3. Like that first elimination could have been it. It could have stopped there. It could have already stopped there, but they chose to go in at the same timing each and every single moment, right? Like Brownie picked off 1, okay, had to bolt the rifle. Second frag comes in. And not to mention the third even happened. Like I said, it should have stopped at the first, man. Oh, yeah. The moment that elimination happened, okay, guys, pause, you know? Just keep it right there. Someone's already looking.
And that was it, right? Oh, we just need to make sure that Brownie is still up and running. Now they're swapping sides. It's gonna be a little bit interesting now. TB is now on global risk. They're the ones holding the site this time around. CUEK are on they're attacking with the C4. Let's see if this side swap matters here. Because for TB, double up. They just need 1 more before they head on to map and series point. Yeah,
what a set this is, man. What a set, bro. TARINGBABI, you guys, slow clap already as early as now. My goodness. But again, that is what we expected from something like this, right? Like, they're gonna be real sweats, bro.
Yeah, they are. I mean, mind you, they've been playing for quite a bit already in this course of the afternoon. I think in our time it's already evening. You can see drastically that my face has changed. It's gone from like sunny and then it's gotten a little bit dark now as the day went on. So that's to say that it's been a pretty lengthy day, all things considered. But for TARINGBABI, see if they're able to finish up and clean up this upper bracket and meet potentially the big boss of this upper bracket finals. But again, I cannot say this enough. CUEK can still steal this and force us into Ankara.
Man, big possibility. But again, remember that TB, they just have to grasp onto that edge of the sword right there. They just have to make sure that, okay, I have the swing. I just gotta swing it at the right time. Otherwise, if CUEK checks them in that scenario, then that's useless. All the efforts have been thwarted aside. Remember, they were the chaser here. They had to chase the lead. Here we go.
And
Look at
now,
the positioning.
now
Brownie, he's back!
he's back on the rifle setup, but it's a double sniper setup for TB. They know how this works. Kill Brownie and you win. There's a reason why the TRG is a better weapon than the AWM, but
Oh,
there's
easier
a
said
reason
than
why
done.
Brownie is a menace in the server.
Easier said than done. Oh, Brownie did not see that someone already posted up. Jimby's up there. Okay, one down on the side of TB here. Successful blind so far.
Trying to flash them out. Does anyone know that Jimby's around the area? Not quite. They just back all the way. They're on CA. They've got the pick. Now they just run away. Set up on to B. They don't mind that they got one pick. They'll just back off. It's not worth it.
Oh, completely not worth it. Here we go. 10-11. You guys, we cannot stress how important this is. And this is the fatal mistake on the side of CUEK. This should be it. This should be the plant moment. While they do have the advantage. You see, Brownie has been spotted. Jimby, though, he also has been spotted. And he could be a decoy, though.
Benjat
See?
needs to get the frags done. Yes, he does, but do they shift? Not quite. McRae gets the one. It's a 2v2 now.
2v1.
They're trying to find... Oh, down to 1v1. Alyosha so low.
No, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Insane!
I knew it, dude. He was the decoy, bro. He was a decoy.
He
There
was
was a
playing
flank.
with their food the entire time there. And McRae was there just to play the fiddle. They knew that Elcom had a better angle there, so they sent out McRae to do his own bidding. And bid that he shall. He got so many people looking and lurking around. TB is on match and series point.
I
CUEK,
knew it.
one more.
That flank was...
That was sick. That was sick. He knew that by flanking and playing decoy, they had to go around and find the flanker. They didn't know that Elcom was so far away.
That was so
They
smart.
were too
dude.
busy. They were too busy.
The threat of having someone overlooking this entire zone. Just
While someone was under you?
yes,
Yes,
so
that's
much
so
anxiety. So much anxiety. Jimby, you were worth it.
Okay, CUEK. What can you cook with us this time as your backs are against the wall here in this best of 3? You're not eliminated yet.
See? Look
You
at them.
want to get a win over in the set. Now they play slow.
Second guessing the peaks, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Now they have to be careful. Look at what's happening. Then look around, man. The objective is still on the side of CUEK. Took them a while to actually pick it up too. So Monful not going for the plan just yet.
Oh,
Brownie.
Uh-oh. Brownie again. Always the guy to chase. McRae. Where's the rest looking at? They need to head over to B now. The rest of the members are here. 40 seconds left. Jimby might be going into a bad spot. It's a headshot. 2v4. And there's one under. It's
Uh-oh.
a 1v2.
Jangar. He has to clutch this out, man. 25 seconds and no objective has been made. If Jangar manages to pick one off, that'll be a much easier job. Look at this. No damage on the side of Alyosha just yet. There's the frag. He has to go around.
The damage.
Plenty of time right here.
Have to reload. But Brownie's around the area here. Yes, coverage! Gets the one. Brownie's low. 20 seconds left.
Very low.
Has one more reload. 13 HP. He has to go for it. Gets
Brownie.
the one. Brownie! He gets it! It's 11 to 12. There's one more. One more and we go into a golden round.
Unbelievable.
CUEK are still fighting tooth and nail. And they go aggressive for Elcom. They back away immediately. They know there's someone here. They're looking. They're looking for an opening. Elcom, they're flashing.
One down.
R3Z able to get the frag. They trade with each other. Brownie is still alive.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is so intense. Cinematic. Very cinematic. And again, they're taking so much time for that play. Oh my goodness, Penjahat.
They took out Moffle.
Yes, he
but
did.
Brownie's still alive. He's still the threat on the board.
Okay,
The round ain't over until Brownie's still alive. But Alyosha, so low in HP. It's a 3v4. Do they have the setup ready? They're running out initially in this round.
Look at that. Penjahat a while ago. He manages to pick one off. But again, Brownie, he's still the man to beat here. Should Brownie be eliminated here, Alyosha will be left in no man's land.
Oh!
Brownie, though.
Now it's Brownie left.
A 1v4 even for Brownie. This is too
And
much.
he gets it! Penjahat, 13 to 11. Close but no cigar for CUEK. TARINGBABI moves on to the upper finals. 11 to 13. They beat CUEK and now they'll have their fate decided by veteran.
This is not good for my heart, bro. This entire thing.
Insane.
11 to 13. Well, 13-11 if we're going to be more articulate about it. TARINGBABI, dude. Doing it twice in a row. Now we're proven it was not a fluke.
It was not a fluke.
Part of the plan. It's in the scrolls, if so to speak.
Mm-hmm. And what a way to end it. We knew we had to put emphasis on Brownie, but my goodness, TARINGBABI, they needed to shut him down. He was the threat the entire way, and they managed to circumnavigate that all throughout. They managed to tie it up. CUEK was able to fight back, but it was the last round before regular OT ended that we finally got to see our victor here.
3 of
for
those
our
frags.
second set. My goodness.
3 of those frags at the very last round were from Paranjet, right?
Yeah.
We cannot stress it enough how imperative it was to take out Brownie, because during that last encounter, should Brownie have been able to be a hunter, should he be able to pick them off one by one, that could still turn. We saw it happen.
It already happened. that was a scenario that TB could not fathom risking, right? So instead, they eliminated all members but Brownie, and Para was like, okay, you know what? I think I'll save the meatiest one for last.
Yes. And that he did, you know, right on the chest, bro. Like, Brownie was complete health, like, if I remember correctly.
Mind you, by the way, that 5 bullets only.
Yes.
The TRG had 12 bullets, and Brownie was still able to circumnavigate around that deficit. So again, you have to watch out for Brownie. Whoever's fighting in lowers, I mean, Brownie's the man.
You got a great white down there.
Yeah.
You got a great white.
Kind of dangerous.
With 5 teeth.
We're gonna have to look at the replay here. This entire game was situated around if CUEK could come back, and they almost did. This entire game was centralized around Brownie and Co. initiating everything, and everything almost came in place.
Dude, again, I cannot, like I said, I cannot stress it enough how crazy it has been. How crazy it has been for our teams, man. Because this is situation after situation. I can't even name one favorite. Probably one of the best was Brownie's triple. Quad. Yeah, I was gonna say quad, right? Triple in the sense that they all happened in the span of like 10 seconds, right? But my goodness.
All of those skills, man. It piled up. And yeah, for Penjat.
There it is. This is it. Bam!
Woo. He knew what needed to be done, and the stat line was there to explain it. TARINGBABI, Elcom 20, Penjat 21, JB 28.
I was gonna say
holy, you know what? Insane, bro. Brownie 28. You know what?
And with one
If it's
frag
not-
less.
With
Sorry, with one death less, rather. With
Yeah.
one death
So
less.
if it's not Jimby for map MVP, it's Brownie.
Unreal, dude. Unreal. What a set this was. Grand finals material-ish, you know what I mean? I only say ish because it could have really gone either way. A golden round would have ensued as well.
Yeah. The golden round was there too. Look at the thing at the bottom. It was gonna be there. Could have gotten a golden round. But not today.
One blink and it was already the golden round, ladies and gentlemen. But again, TARINGBABI, man, you proved us completely wrong. And Jimby, of course.
Jimby. Set MVP. 1.56 KD, 1.12 KR, 0.57 HK, and a 0.25 SR. Not bad for Jimby, but my goodness, it could have been anyone.
And that's what hurts. You know what I mean? That is exactly what hurts. It hurts not knowing enough, despite knowing enough. You know what I mean? It's one of those. You know, it's a bit of a toying with our emotions, if so to speak. But if not Jimby, I would agree with you. It's definitely Brownie. I can already sense it. I can already sense the potential of Brownie being the entire set MVP or match MVP, if so to speak. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for this.
Try someone else entirely.
Elcom, of course. We like being proven wrong.
Yeah. That possibly one map put Brownie in the map, but overall MCOM did pretty good on both games 1 and 2 here. So 1.31 KD, 0.91 KR, 0.62 HK, and a 0.30 SR. Not too bad for Elcom here, and the boys here in TARINGBABI, they'll be facing the boss tomorrow for that first spot qualification here in Masters Rest. In Summer Qualifiers Rest of C. It's gonna be fun, actually. What do you think?
Very fun. Yeah, it had to be an opposition of both these sets, right? One set had to be dominant, one set had to be close. It's just the balance of life. It's the yin yang of what the tournament is looking like, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, with these guys up in front, it's gonna be exciting on what's gonna happen tomorrow. Do we have a bracket for tomorrow already? Do we have a show or no?
Yeah. We'll wait for Mission Control for that. Oh, here we go. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
bracket.
the
The bracket
clarification.
would be very helpful. Thank you so much, broadcast team. So there you go. So veteran beating cold-blooded, TARINGBABI beating a CUEK. So veteran and TARINGBABI, whoever wins gets to qualify. And for tomorrow, after that, we have the lower bracket. So cold-blooded versus CUEK first. Loser of that goes home. Winner of that fights the loser of veteran versus TARINGBABI, and whoever wins that gets to be the next team qualified for Masters Summer.
I cannot believe I'm theorizing this, but imagine if TARINGBABI. I'm not gonna say anything. Imagine that. Dude. What Imagine that. But here's the timeline for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So as we did mention, we're going to be seeing Cold-Blooded versus CUEK at the very start of our stream, followed by Veteran and TARINGBABI, and we are going to wait for how that's going to conclude when we head to the lower bracket final. This is going to be sick, bro.
Surprised. I'm surprised the lower bracket started first before upper, but I guess. I mean, that's not my decision to make. So lowers first, then upper, then lower bracket final here to wrap up our day. But that is gonna be it for today here for day number 1 for summer qualifiers rest of Southeast Asia. For now though, we will be bidding you guys do come back tomorrow at 3 p.m. or I think that's 1500
Mhm.
GMT plus 8 for more action here on the CFS page. My name is Dropout Candy. With me is Pika. We'll see you guys for more Rosie action. See you around.